Welcome back, Patreon patrons. Jason Ricci here, but you already knew that. With another Patreon video. Tomorrow's Free Friday, we're going live. But today I thought I'd throw you all a patrons video, do some shout outs, talk a little bit about G Mixolydian, and that's what's up. All right. Where we at? Today is going to be another great day. That's what Brother Mac 912 says. Why does he say that? He says because the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a truth and a lie, so when you wake up in the morning, you might as well tell it something good, right? That's what we're going to do today. Tell it something good. I'm going to do some shout outs, and then we're going to talk about this G Mixolydian. Right there, right? Just that little scale. Just 7 notes. Let's hit some shout outs, y'all. I'm going over here. Okay, I'm gonna need glasses. Here we go. John Dende, D-E-N-D-E. Thank you, Brother John. New Patreon patrons right here. Zachary Cohen edited his pledge. Thank you, Zachary. Captain Bob Davies. Welcome, Captain Bob. Brother Captain Bob. Couple of deleted pledges. That's all right. Things change. John Trainer changed his pledge. Thank you, John. Ibo. Joseph Kozma. Hey, Joseph, one of my students. Cool, man. Welcome aboard Patreon, bro. Appreciate that, man. Thanks. Mark R. Rounsley, new Patreon patron. And Ken. And my man Ken Lieblich. Thank you, Ken. Fathead Blues with a generous contribution. Fathead Blues once. I used to play a club called Fat Fish Blues. But Fathead Blues, welcome to the Patreon family. Guys, remember, I do have a message box. I get to it as quickly as I can, as much as I can. All of the messages eventually get answered, but sometimes it takes time. Be patient. Try to realize sometimes I'm putting in 16-hour days. I love what I do, though, so it's not all bad. All right. Rob Machin, M-A-C-H-I-N. Brother Rob, thank you, bro. Welcome aboard. I appreciate it. Johannes Vanderwerf. Thank you, Johannes. Man, I'm so bad with the pronunciations. Thank you, Johannes. Thomas Gravlin. Thank you very much, Thomas. Appreciate it. Another new Patreon. And we had some more edits. Sometimes when I say we got edits, that's edits down, but that's okay. I'll be all right. Charles Neal, but I wasn't mentioning him in particular, just so you guys know. I wasn't saying he went down. I'm not saying that. No matter what, Darius, I appreciate you. That's all I gotta say. I appreciate all of you. And guys, even if you can't afford this 1 month, even if it's just $1, first of all, I've been there. I've said it in other videos. I've had $1 a month on Patreon actually put me in the red on my bank account. Happens. I get it, right? I know, believe me, of all people that know what it's like to be poor, it's me. Maybe not as bad as some other people, but hey, look, everything's relative. Anyway, all I'm saying is I understand. All right, Joshua Bowden, did I holler at you? Maybe. Charles Neal. Anyway, thank you, Brother Josh. Thank you, Brother Charles Neal. And Michael Yudko. Thank you, Michael. All right, a couple of deleted pledges. Now, here we go to Danny Piastra. Is that Italian, Danny? You can write me in the credits. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you, bro. Let's see. A couple of deleted pledges. That's okay. And that should wrap it up. I hope I'm not missing anybody. If I did, let me know. I appreciate it. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about this Mixolydian. Okay, so let me start the Let me start the jam over. Okay. So what we're looking at, and I got videos on this, I'll link one below, but it's 2 draw, 3 double bend, 3 draw, 4 blow, 4 draw, 5 blow, 5 draw, 6 blow. That's the top of the scale, or from octave to octave. Then down. So the same notes that are right here are also right here on 2 draw, 2 double bend, 2 blow, 1 draw, 1 blow. I went down to 4 blow there. So 6 blow, 5 draw, 5 blow, 4 draw, 4 blow. Here we go. Let's just work with those for now. So I can do all that same stuff down bottom. So a great place to start is just in any scale is taking, but in this one too, is taking something that you learn on the bottom and then moving it to the top. Now all we have to do is worry about the other 2 notes. So it's 3 double bend and 3 draw. So you just spend some time right there on those notes. Check out my videos on Pat Ramsey in the video called "Play Like a Rock Star." I'm gonna link them all below. So a lot of what I'm doing is just taking notes that are adjacent, like 5 blow, 6 blow, 6 draw, 5 draw. Just kind of going back and forth, but this is like the starting from 3 draw down to 2, then 4 blow down to 3. That licks in a lot of my videos. It's just a draw, draw, blow, blow pattern, and then I'm just going to move up the scale doing that. And those little groupados, just any adjacent note. So I'm just doing that on a 4 and 3 draw. Let me start it over again one more time. Sometimes I wonder if these lessons are better than the ones that are edited, right? Like just me talking. So I could do that anywhere on the harp, anywhere, blow draw. Now in some of my previous videos, I called those glissandos, and somebody wrote underneath and corrected me, and it's called a gruppato. So a glissando would be like, so now I'm glissing into each note. But now what I'm going to do is little gruppatos. I'm just going to start on 1 draw and go down to 2 draw, then go to 1 draw. Then when you go to 3 draw, go down to 2 draw, go to 3 draw, 4 draw down to 3 to 4, 5 down to 4, right? Just all the way up. And I can do this on blow or draws. Ready? And I'm just going to move up. I gotta fix that one. That's my 10 draw. Now I'll do it on the blows, right? So that's just me playing one note, going down, going back up, going down, going back up. I could do it the other way. Or I could do it. That's how it was. I could go. So I'm moving up. And on and on. So when I'm just kind of soloing, even if I'm just playing a couple of notes, I can use these little gruppatos to decorate. And just on and on and on and on and on. So I'm just basically playing a major scale except with a flat at 7, which is a fancy way of saying I'm using every note of the major scale except the major 7, and I'm replacing it with 5 draw. So instead of do, re, mi, fa, so, I'm just going. That's the note, and that's the note that sounds a little mysterious. Right, so it sounds really, really good. So it's just G to F, C, D, E, F. So I'm playing, actually, technically, for all you modal nerds out there, and check out my video called Meet the Modes. It's a Patreon-only video. Check that video out. What I'm playing is G Mixolydian, and then I'm playing an F Lydian. Right, so really I'm just playing a C major scale. just like that. So it's really, really cool. Check out the video, Meet the Modes. Have fun with this. The backing track is linked below. Patreon, thank you guys so much. Let me add a couple little things here. It's been a rough week, y'all. Rough week behind the scenes. Me and my brother are having some trouble. Families have trouble sometimes. It's over a piece of property. I just want to get along. And I'll tell you, sometimes it feels like the last thing I want to do is work or do teaching or do any kind of music or anything. And it's funny because it's my job, I have to. But when I sit down and I finally get into it, it might be hard to get my head in the game right away. But when I finally do, all that stuff goes away to an extent. Sometimes a large extent, sometimes entirely. Like during this lesson, I didn't think of it once. And then other times it goes away mostly. But music is a wonderful distraction too. And learning and stuff that's tough, stuff that engages our brain, sometimes it's painful and it's hard, but it can also be a wonderful distraction, even if it's painful and hard, like lifting weights at the gym. So here I am, going through the motions, and man, it's still sinking in. And even in that video right there, I never really glissed up like that. So even there, I learned something. So it's just absolutely incredible, you guys, how much is sitting right before us that we don't even know. I thank you guys so very much for being part of the channel. You guys are life-changing, and I mean that. It's not... I say it every single video, but you guys have changed the way that I live, and that's why Free Fridays are happening. Let's talk quickly about Free Friday. Tomorrow's going to be a Q&A. Now, normally, if you're a Patreon patron, I would ask you to post your Q&A questions here, and I would answer the Q&A questions from Patreon patrons first. The only problem is that hasn't been working, okay? Because, hold on one second. The only problem is that hasn't been working because I've been having to answer the questions for so long during the YouTube that I get behind and I can't answer the questions in real time. And some of those are even from Patreon patrons that just didn't get a chance to respond or write their questions here first. So anyway, what the answer to that problem we've already solved is we're doing patrons only live Q&As now, at least once a month. So we'll have another one of those coming up soon. We'll get something done from Washington State. Probably the next Free Friday. I'm going up to visit my mother, and Kate's coming with me. And so probably the next Free Friday will be filmed from my cell phone and will not be well edited. It'll probably be some lick or something like that, but that's what we'll get done. But we can do a live Q&A or something like that for real. Just us Patreon patrons. The Zoom meeting went great. Colin Kirby, thanks so much. Thanks to everybody. I appreciate y'all. Stay in touch. Stay here. Write me in the message sections. Be patient with me if I don't get back right away. I promise you eventually I will. I can't thank you enough for being here. And I will see you tomorrow for live chat in the patrons... in the everybody Q&A. All right, see you there.